Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you, you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card, based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
McCrispy strips are now at McDonald's. I hope you're ready for the most dippable chicken in McDonald's history. Dip it in all the sauces. Dip it in that hot sauce in your bag. Dip it in your McFlurry. Your dip is your business. McCrispy strips at McDonald's.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
Mega is an improvised satire from the staff of a fictional megachurch.
We are here, the Lord, we are here, and we're ready to podcast.
Hi, this is Gray Haas, and you're listening to Mega, where every single week we give our mega church a tiny family feel. This week I'm a bit cross, and that's why I've decided to have in this person who has made me a bit cross, and I'm not referring to the cross as in Jesus's cross. I'm referring to being a little P-ord. And my other co-host, Hallie Labont, could not be here today because she is having a breast reduction. Those aren't words I ever thought I would say, but I guess I need to justify them, and I didn't really want to say them in front of the person that I'm having on today, which is his son, Day Labont. Hey, Day, how are you?
Hi, Gray. Thanks so much for having me. I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
Well, it's not really my pleasure to have you today because I'm a bit upset with you, bro, and I wanted to bring you in here and set things right.
All right, yeah.
So, as everyone knows, I've been very excited about a recent collab that I've had with a new app called Bible Bump. Bible Bump is an incredible cutting-edge app that delivers Bibles electronically to any phone in its proximity, and it is an absolute disruptor in the space that basically doesn't have anything like it. Now, Day, you've heard about Bible Bump clearly.
Well, yeah, because it was being downloaded onto the phones of a lot of my friends, actually my phone as well, using a software that doesn't have any type of consent. Normally you would be asked, do you agree to the terms, to download this onto your phone. This is an app that overrides any of that, which is, kind of unethical or unethical to, be helping yourself to people's digital space and downloading things like a full Bible app into someone's phone, without their consent.
Well, first off, it's not a Bible app that we're downloading into their phones. We're downloading the Bible into their phones via an app. And I'm a bit upset with you. First off, I don't know about all this gobbledygook that you're talking about unethical, because we're literally giving people a lifeline to eternal life, and you have gone about all of Climax and somehow figured out a way to take the Bible off of everybody's phone. And I got to tell you, bud, I had to have a pretty serious conversation with the guys at Bible Bump because our numbers were awesome. Basically 100% conversion rates. Mm-hmm. At least in terms of getting Bibles onto people's phones. And can you imagine how embarrassing it was to be getting a call from my guys at Bible Bump saying, hey, what's happened to the numbers? They're tanking. And I'm going, I'm not sure what's going on here. And I find out that you've been going around taking the Bible off of people's phones. Now, how do you answer for that, bud?
Well, it's pretty easy to figure out, like, in terms of, the technology of how to handle that type of software. Are you asking me technically how I knew to do that?
No, I'm asking you why you did that.
Okay, well, first I want to apologize because hearing that you experienced some embarrassment I do feel bad about that. I would never want to make you feel that way. And I mostly was just trying to help my friends who, that one way you could think about it, Gray, is that years ago in an Apple update, there's a band named U2.
Yeah, everybody's heard of U2.
Okay, well, they got a free song put onto every iPhone in a download. Anyway, it basically what it has done is it has made many generations of people to follow that update. It has made them hate the band U2.
I mean, U2, and I don't think people hate U2.
Well, I didn't really know who they were except for that they had an IMAX 3D movie, like a decade ago. But
I guess I don't really know them either. But
what has happened with just like doing this unilateral download of a U2 song onto people's phones has made people hate the band U2 and not know anything about it other than that it is this annoying thing that keeps coming up on their device that they don't want there. And I just want you to consider that possibly, in the same way that new generations of people now hate that oldie band U2, you could be concerned that people would start to hate the Bible because it keeps appearing on their phone without their consent as well. And you don't want that to happen, right, Gray?
Okay, first I've got to point out a few different things. Downloading for free the Bible onto someone's phone you have to think of it like you are sticking a spiritual EpiPen in their pocket and they are allergic to sin.
Oh, wow.
And if sin comes around stinging, these kids are gonna be singing his praises. The other thing that you have to think about, Hallie,
I'm Day,
whatever, is that you have to consider the greater good. Is it better to have the Bible on a bunch of teens' phones without them even knowing it, while Climax is doing quite well being a sponsor of Bible Bump, getting that access, getting that exposure? It's going to be awesome for us in the long run in the fight that we have in the greater world trying to spread the good news of the gospel. So I'm saying it's a greater good.
A greater good for who?
For Climax, for the church day.
But the problem is you've done it without people's permission or consent. Like, when you download something onto your phone as an individual, you often get you must read to and agree to these terms, and you check that box. It's the great lie everyone tells every
day. Great lie? What do you mean?
Well, if you check that box after scrolling to the bottom and not reading it and say that you're signing it after having read it, you're lying.
Well, I mean, if you're not lying, I think it's basically saying you've got the gist of it.
You're saying I have read this when you have not. Would you not consider that a lie?
I would consider that it's not a lie, Day. I think it's just agreeing to something for the sake of, I already know what it says basically, and I want to use the app.
It's a very Christian posture that you're taking, because it's my opinion that most Christians are getting the gist of what they think is in the Bible, even though they really haven't actually read it.
Test, check 1, 2. You know you need unique New York. You know you need unique New York. Does that sound all right? Ah, that's better. You can always tell something's missing when you get isolated results. Like AI that's only right for one of your systems. Get AI that can work across your data and applications. Learn more at IBM.com. The AI built for business. IBM.
Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for this day.
Well, I think it's okay to not have read every word of the Bible. If you do get the spirit of the Bible, the Holy Spirit of the Bible is going to make the Bible come alive in your life in different ways. And so that's why sometimes I say, hey, just pick the hits and the rest takes care of itself. But to your point, Day, I'm trying to get the Bible onto everybody's phones so that they have it, so that they can read it. And so you're getting kind of stuck on this point of, did you read the user agreement? And I'm saying, hey, I'm giving them the whole Bible so that they can do that thing that you say Christians don't do, which is read the whole thing.
Have you read the whole user agreement on Bible Bump?
I can read it to you now.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Bible Bump. User agreement. Okay. Data access. You grant Bible Bump full access to your device's data, including context messages, social media activities, any personal information stored on your device. We may continually scan and collect new data to enhance your app experience. Location tracking. Bible Bump will track your location precisely at all times, including when the app is not in use. This information may be shared with third-party entities. Microphone and camera access. You authorize Bible Bump to activate your microphone and camera at any time to provide real-time personalized app content. This data may be reviewed and used as needed.
Indeed.
Ad targeting, data sharing. Your personal data will be shared with advertisers for targeting advertising based on your preferences and behavior. Ads will be tailored to suit your specific interests and activities. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, man.
Indefinite data use. Bible Bump reserves the right to retain your data indefinitely, including after app uninstallation. Yeah, I don't see a huge problem with that, Day. So I've read it now.
After uninstallation, that means I'm going to have to come up with another hack for people's phones.
Anyway, Day, I just don't really understand what your big hang up is.
I don't understand why, if you believe in the power of the gospel, you wouldn't be upfront with people and let them choose whether or not they would like to have a Bible downloaded onto their phone or not. Why are you doing it sort of surreptitiously?
Day, okay. I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
And I want you to think about Christmas morning. Or when do you open your presents? Christmas morning or Christmas Eve? Okay, Christmas morning.
We get one on Christmas Eve, the rest on Christmas morning.
Okay, that seems a bit weird, but okay, so it's Christmas morning.
Okay.
And you see that present under the tree that's got your name on it.
Okay.
And you don't know what's in the box yet, do you?
Okay.
But when you open it, and it's the thing you've always wanted, which is what?
The complete works of Noam Chomsky.
What? I don't even know who that is. Anyway, okay, so you've got you've got whatever that was. What was it?
The complete works of Noam Chomsky.
Chomsky?
Yeah.
What is it, like an eating thing?
No, it's about understanding domination and control.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, so you've got your whole chompy thing, and you open it up. The first thing that you do is not look around and going, who surreptitiously gave me this gift, right? You're not going, somebody tricked me and put this gift in my hands. No. You're not. You're saying, I got my chompies and I got the thing I always wanted. And you might not even know it yet that that's what you always wanted. Maybe somebody was listening to you saying, you know what I think a nice thing would be is giving Day his thing that he talks about or that he might want. That is what we're doing. We're giving somebody a gift that they might not even know that they need yet.
What do you want for Christmas, Gray?
Well, I did want a new Boreflex, but now I want an electric fence and an airsoft gun.
Oh, for your neighbor Donovan Geo?
Well, I'm not sure if I mentioned him, but my friend Clay Mason Bannerman, it's his neighbor. And apparently you can get an industrial grade electric fence and an airsoft rifle to keep anyone off your property without, mortally wounding them.
Didn't you move into Clay Mason Bannerman's house because you sold your condo?
I'm just crashing there for a while I look for my new place.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Congrats on being able to afford a house.
Yeah, of course. Everybody can afford a house, can't they?
No, not most people.
Why?
Oh, man, I could boil down the housing market for you and like the state of economics, but I don't think that's why people listen to this podcast. But honestly, speaking of late stage capitalism, even that is not even really accurate anymore. We're not living in capitalism. We sure call it a capitalistic society, capital being money, moneyism. We live in moneyism, which is, money is God. But we'll even just look at architecture. Like when you used to look at villages, the highest building in the village was what? The steeple of the church, because they were saying our highest value is this. We turn toward God. This is what we believe in. We think it's central to what's the most important. Now, what are the biggest buildings when you look at a city? Banks. But the reason I say it's not capitalism anymore is because we don't actually have a free market. We have basically corporate oligarchy, and we don't even really have democracy. We have a republic because we don't vote directly for our leaders. We vote for the people who vote for our leaders. Also, we don't have democracy in the economy, and a lot of people can't afford houses because actually labor has been removed from, the money is all going to the top. The top 1% has over 3 times the amount that the entirety of the rest of us have. And it's all about driving up profits, and that means doing anything the shareholders want at the expense of the laborers, and we all exploit that system. Like if I order from Uber Eats, I am exploiting my own wealth to take advantage of the fact that there's someone who will work for $2 to bring me a cheesesteak at 11 o'clock at night, and we're all doing it.
I'm not doing it. I would never do that late at night. And I also don't want you saying that money is G-O-D day. I need you to say Jesus is God, God is God, Christ is God. You know who to say is God. Don't even play with words like that. You're playing with fire, bud.
I think you said it pretty well.
Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
But, it kind of brings me back to we're all doing it, just like we're all hitting that user agreement every time we have to update the terms on Apple or we download an app or anything. Like we're all saying we've read the terms and we're lying. I mean, do you know what commandment is thou shalt not bear false witness?
3.
It's the 9th.
Okay.
So
it depends on in some versions.
And when you check that box that says I have read the terms and agreement, you are bearing false witness. You are breaking one of the 10 commandments. So if we can break one of the 10 commandments, to download an app that tells us what song is playing in the restaurant, then, are they all fluid like that? Can we break the other ones when they suit us? If you just take lying, justifying dishonesty, are you into pro-social lies? Something that like makes somebody feel better? Prevarication lies, lying to prove a point, self-deception, fooling yourself that a lie is true, half-truths, total deception, perjury. I mean, those all come under the 9 commandments.
Wait. Okay, first off, you took the Lord's name in vain because you said money was G-O-D. So don't come in here and lecture me, Day.
I don't think I did take the Lord's name in vain because I don't think saying OMG, and I'll just use the letters for now, how is that taking it in vain?
No, you said money is G-O-D, and I don't like that. I do not like you talking like that.
Cursing is not taking the Lord's name in vain. OMG and all of that, that's not taking the Lord's name in vain. If you think about what does it mean to do something in vain, it means doing something where you're not achieving the intended result, or doing something without any effect. To do something without any effect. So essentially the only way I can take the Lord's name in vain is to not love my neighbor, to not clothe the naked, to not feed the hungry, to not house the poor, to not take care of my fellow man. That is, if I claim to be a Christian and I don't do those things, that is taking the Lord's name in vain, not saying something as simple and silly as OMG.
Okay, Day, I'm going to have to, unfortunately, just counterpoint. How are you going to know if you're supposed to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, feed the thirsty, etc., 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 if you don't have a Bible on your phone? That's how you know, bud. So, looks like you did the old thing again where you took a big swing and it came around and hit you right between it hit you where the good Lord split you, at least in the case of some people. I had actually my Uncle Nevis didn't have a, what do they call it here?
The grundle?
No.
The taint?
Just a butt crack.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
He didn't have one.
All right. It's funny because do you know what the third commandment actually is?
Yeah, don't lust your neighbor's wife.
No, it's don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. The numbers don't really matter. It's completely arbitrary. They're all about the same, except for one.
They all have equal standing?
Yes.
So to lust your neighbor's wife is as bad as murder?
Oh, yes.
All right, well.
I mean, I've never broken any of these, but I can imagine that, take a look at the news and you see a lot more lusting after a wife than you do murder. But look what it leads to. All the same place.
Which is?
Any cable channel in the hundreds or above like 120.
Okay.
Anyway.
Wait, your Uncle Nevis didn't have a butt crack?
Don't put it that way, Day. He had one, but it was a very, very, very short one.
Mm.
So it appeared to most people that he didn't have one. Why he was showing it to most people is a whole other story, and it's why he actually was gone for quite some time. But I just would go ahead and point out, what I was saying is don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you. But in the case of my Uncle Nevis, he was only slightly sort of chipped.
Got it. Hey, do you mind if I ask you a personal question?
Day, you can ask me anything, bud. I'm here for you.
What is it that you really like about being a Christian? What is it that you're getting from this?
Day, it's not a matter of liking or disliking. It's a matter of loving.
Okay.
I love it. I love being a Christian.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Yeah, what's awesome?
It's probably many of the same things that you find awesome.
Like what?
Day, there's so many things like I feel good.
Spiritual bypassing.
God protects me.
Daddy issues.
Helping other people.
Colonizer mindset.
Like moral majority.
Self-righteousness.
Knowing what's right and wrong.
Subjective.
Telling people what to do.
Authoritarianism.
And, all that.
Prevaricating.
So I hope that cleared it up.
Yeah, it sure does. What was it that drew you to following the teachings of Christ in the first place?
I got a calling, Day, and maybe you should pick up the phone.
You got called on the phone to become a Christian?
No, I'm saying that is an awesome metaphor for what it feels like when you have a calling in your life. It's like picking up a phone, but you feel it through your whole body. It's like you can hear it. It's like a phone that's on vibrate, but it's in your soul and you hear it through your whole body when you pick it up.
How do you know it's not your own intuition or maybe even just like primal desire?
Humans don't really have that, Day. Intuition is just a gobbledygook made up word by, I don't know, psychologists or something. Intuition, if you are having intuition, it's probably wrong. If you are hearing God's call, it's probably right. And when I say probably, definitely.
Do you think humans have proprioception?
No.
Oh, you have no sense of body awareness or understanding where your limbs or body are located?
Well, if you put it that way, I mean, you know what? You know who does? You know who knew where his limbs were? Jesus, when he was hanging on the cross.
Yeah, no joke. Do you think humans have vestibular sense?
I'm not sure, but it sounds a bit dirty.
And that's just basically interpreting movement, particularly the movement of your head. It's a sense we all have.
Okay, well, you know what another movement that you can interpret is the movement of the Holy Spirit when it falls upon you.
How can you tell the difference between what's the Holy Spirit and what's maybe your own selfishness?
Well, first off, I've not got selfishness today. I have moments of selfishness, but I can say that when I put it at the foot of the cross, I can feel the Holy Spirit move in me. And that is awesome. And I just wish you could open up a little bit and not be using your words so close-minded all the time. Because I think you would love to feel it too.
Yeah, I know I ruminate too much and that does cause a lot of suffering. And, my mom tells me that I'm like too self-centered and always like, just I have my own thoughts on rotisserie all the time. But to be honest with you, I don't think that being self-centered is actually a bad thing. I think a lot of times the church wants us to feel bad about ourselves, obviously, because that keeps us submitting to authority. I don't know. My mom says I'm full of myself, but that's been a phrase that has started to sound like a good thing to me. Like, what else am I supposed to be? I should be full of myself. I should be interested in expanding and learning and becoming full. Like, I came here to have a human experience, I imagine. So why not have it fully? I see all the stuff my mom does. She really has a high value she places on self-sacrifice and, modeling that part of like what Jesus did on the cross. Like, we can do that all the time. Self-sacrifice. Awesome. But what I see that do is have her walking around where she's sacrificing so much of herself that she's an empty cup.
Well, I don't think she's an empty cup because she's a double F or something like that. That's why she's not here today.
Oh, I don't think that's appropriate, Gray.
Well, you know what's not appropriate today is you taking the Bible and taking it off people's phones. Got it? So stop it. Just knock that off.
Okay.
Well, folks, that was a Gray and Day episode. Hope you enjoyed it.
I am Holly Laurent playing, this time Day Labont. I have a really good time playing a character who fancies the fact that they're batting Gray around like a kitten with a bowl
a bowl of milk?
Kitten with a ball of yarn. Although Gray thinks he's batting Day around, Day thinks everybody's batting 1,000.
I'm Greg Hess playing Gray Haas, and of course the world feels like a total shitfire right now, but we hope we're bringing you some laughs, and if you want to bring somebody else some laughs, I'm sure they would appreciate it. So share an episode of Mega with them. It is the best way for us to spread the good news of something that might brighten up someone's week.
It means a lot to us that you listen. So thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. And Patreon, if you could support us on Patreon, I'll give you a big old bear hug. How do they do that, Greg?
Patreon.com/Mega the podcast.
See you soon.